Thank you for tuning in to Prettyboy Talk, where I talk, you listen, and the perspective is always changing. All right, welcome to another episode of Prettyboy Talk, where the perspective is always changing. And y'all already know how I'm coming. I'm dressed all white, just right, because I'm going to a member of my organization, one of my kids, baby shower. So yeah, got my pants all white, just right, finna head to the A. But before I stop to the A, y'all know I had to give y'all a little 1-2, cause we consisted over here. Pretty Boy Talk. We up all 2026. Nothing to it but to do it. Give them Mariah Lynn, right? From the rooter to the tutor. Anyway, that's for my baddies fans, cause y'all know baddies. So today we'll be talking about confidence, comfortability, and comfort zones. The three C's: comfort, comfortability, and comfort zones. So, as I was growing up, growing up in the deep south, being being the male that I am, I was not a familiar presence. So, growing up, not being a familiar presence, being somebody that's different, having different things I'm interested in that's not of the normal, doing things that's not of the normal to them. I didn't know who I was. I'm like, why is everybody like, and mind you, grown adults, and I'll be doing another episode about that as well, emasculating young men. But as a child, when you know you're different, I feel like it's great to cultivate those differences to see where that goes. But that's in the past. But growing up, I just felt as though it was hard to find who I was. It was hard to really recognize who I am because I am so different. I didn't fit in with the normal deep south look. Like if you know where I'm from, it does not give I'm from there. You know what I'm saying? Coming out of my comfort zone was difficult. I was definitely always who I am. I always acted the same. I always did the same thing, but I wasn't confident in who I was as a person. And I feel like a lot of times I tried to um conform to what other people were doing, to the social norms, to like, okay, this is what is expected of me as a person in this type of society. So I need to, cooperate. But eventually I'm like, and I came from a area that was predominantly white, country, southern down. And I'm like, what is going on? Cause this ain't that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more to the world than this. It took a lot to come out of those social norms to stop being in a place where it's like I'm thinking about what everybody else has to say or think about me. When you truly realize that those type of people that follow the social norms do what everybody else is doing, thinking how everybody else thinks, and everybody does not have their own way of thinking in which they do their own thing. They have their own beliefs, their own set things that their own morals, not following because so and so might discuss me or talk about me. So and so might discuss or talk about my child. So and so, like, why are we worried about what anybody else has to think about what we have going on as people? And I feel like as you don't really find that out until you're an adult, until you get to a place of like being away from a lot of those older people. Like I came to Montgomery, moved away. I felt like when I got to college, I was doing the same thing. But see, the opposite was I was trying so hard not to do what everybody else was doing. Like I was on my own little pathway. Like I didn't I had my own, like I was already confident coming into college. I was already like knowing who I am. At least I thought I knew who I was at that age. And I came into college like, yeah, because I had already curated who I wanted to come into college to be over COVID. My head came in, I'm like, I have to come into college this type of way. And I was on the cheer team, so you already know confidence on 1,000. Pretty face, cute face, slim waist, confidence on 1,000. So, but I really didn't have any. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't know my self worth as well. So we looking at comfort because a lot of people get in their comfort zone of where they're from, their past. stuck in the past. Like, oh, my family was like this. Oh, my people was like this. Oh, I'm like this because they're like this, and this is just what I'm around. This is don't become a subject to your past. Because if I was a subject to my past, I wouldn't be where I am now. If I would have allowed those people that were discussing me, those people, if I would have allowed those things and to deter me from my true path and what I have to do, because all that was just a test. I always think about stuff like that, obstacles in life like that, especially in those younger years, because when you are like the only person in the school that has the presence that I have, it just was like, wow. Like I didn't know who I was. I didn't know how to be confident because I'm thinking I'm just everything I'm doing is wrong. Who I am as a person is wrong. And a lot of people think that as they grow up, like because having the modeling organization, I realized a lot of people don't have confidence like they say they do at all. Like no tea, no shade. A lot of people don't. I mean, the modeling organization helped me build my confidence in certain areas. I had already been modeling, but I had stopped after high school, and then the creating my own group got me back to it, and I had to curate and develop over time with that and develop my confidence because when I first thought I was not confident, first of all, I'm in this who y'all looking at me to do what? At first, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a jolly old good time, and I had areas where I'm lacking. You think you confident, you think you are confident, you think you are at a place where it's like, yeah, I'm all that until you get into a position where you realize, hold on, I still got some work to do. So getting out your comfort zone, doing things that's out of the ordinary, creating like me, creating a fragrance collection, going and starting a hair business, going like do things that's out of your comfort zone because confidence is just not all about oh I feel confident because of how I look. Because I look good, I'm confident. No, confidence is an all around thing. Confidence is being confident when you walk into the room. That's what I stand on about females wearing heels and males walking into the room presenting giving that vibe like I own this room, nobody else can take anything else in this room from me because this is my room. When I walked in the door immediately they realized that this was I already knew it wasn't no need to tell me. I knew that this was my room. So when I walked in that room it's going to be mine, and I teach everybody that comes through my group, when you walk through this building in any room that you stand in, I am the queen in any room that I stand in. I am the stand out. You just might stand in. I'm in the room. So when you walk in, you just have to be comfortable in knowing like you're that person. You have to be able to go back and learn those things of the past. Do not become a subject to your past and what other people have told you. Don't listen to what nobody else tell you. There's only one person that can tell you about you. Well, maybe two. My creator up above and Kirsten Rashad Macklin on Rashad Untouched with the Prettyboy Talk. So it's like I'm not listening to the naysayers. I'm not listening to no outside talk. So once I started realizing that, I'm like, hmm, your power is in that confidence, tuning out what other people got to say, having that peace with yourself. Like, child, please, I'm not worried about you. I'm not thinking about nothing you're talking about. Like confidence is not just about looks. It's a all around. It's a lifestyle. Like a confident lifestyle. Being a confident person, people know you as this person. I'm still trying to build my reputation because a lot of rooms that I go in when I was going to Atlanta doing a lot of modeling auditions. What it wasn't that I wasn't confident. It was the fact that I felt as though, I was not confident in the fact that I'm not from here. One, and I'm always used to being like I feel like when I first came in, I'm like not getting. I didn't get picked for nothing. On the like my first show, I probably got picked for two scenes, and I was like, me, like, who are they tripping? What are they looking for right now? So I'm like, wow, that was humbling. I drove to Atlanta, got picked for two scenes. Now I'm on the way back. Choose the two scenes though. Ooh, them two scenes was Ti. Them two scenes, but at the time, I'm like feeling some type of way. I was so confident in myself. Actually, that humbled me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That kind of humbled me, set me back a little bit because I was feeling a little too confident. But it was like if I really had the confidence that I thought I had, that wouldn't have bothered me at all because I would have known that those two scenes were exactly what I needed. If I was really confident in my place and my role or where I'm at, like we talking about being mindful where you at and not keeping up with the Joneses, you have to be confident in the position that you're in. Be confident in the position that you're in, because at the end of the day, nobody else can fill your shoes. Nobody else can. Well, they can get in these size 11s if they wear a size 11, but they're not gonna wear them like me. So it's like at the end of the day, I feel like get out your comfort zone, do things that's abnormal to you, because at the end of the day, it's gonna bring you that inner confidence when you realize it's not about nobody else. It's only about what I want to do, how I want to do it, when I want to do it. And nobody else can stop that. Nobody else can move my way besides my creator, my Lord in Christ. You're not stopping me from a thing. If it's not me, it will stop itself, because that's not meant for me. But you and listening to anybody else, that won't be of any nature. That won't do anything for me personally. So I want you guys to resonate with that, because a lot of people don't have confidence. Knowing your self-worth too, because we're gonna be talking about that next in these relationships and self-worth. But it's like resonate with that, because at the end of the day, I feel as though that when you really know you're confident, and you when you know you have and you walk in that confidence, it's no other way that anybody else is telling you anything. For what? Anything you deal with should be between you and him. Anybody else, what are you talking about? Sorry, you can go. Dismissed. I pay you dust. So I hope you guys really just look into that, because at the end of the day, and especially all my people out there, like look into getting into a dance class, healed class, and not a physical class. Look into doing something that you want to do. It start a business, small, do something small, build something of yourself that says, you know what, let me be confident in something. I always say, when you get in them heels, that's my personal preference. I see people just break out their shell, and because when you model and you have to walk and you have to get in front of people and do your thing, you got to make sure you chewing. And a lot of people I meet at these modeling auditions, they don't care. They be doing their thing. So you know what I learned to do after that first little show? Do my thing, eat it up, chew it up every time, and be confident in my spot, because you never know what'll come. At the end of the day, what's for you will be for you, and it will come when it needs to come. But when you're in that position, you need to make sure you're confident in that position, because guess what? It can get snatched. It's not always promised. Anything can get taken just as quick as it's given. So get out your comfort zone, get in that mode, get in your bag, get in some heels, walk around, get the music playing, love yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love every bit, part, mistake, flaw, everything. They might have talked about my flaws in the past. They might have talked about who I was as a person. But I'm going to let that build me to realize every quality that you brought out bad, I can make good. And I'm going to bring it around. I'm going to resurface it. And I'm going to serve it up to you Pinco de Gallo, chopped up and served on the side. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Prettyboy Talk, where we talked about comfortability, confidence, and comfort zone. Let's tap in to all of that, because at the end of the day, it's lessons to be learned, and we don't have time to play around. Good night.